I know it's the New York Daily News as a high school reporter, but thereafter, in 1994, I began my career at the Philadelphia Inquirer, courtesy of Sandra Long.
You came because I read an article in The Cut about women who were quiet quitting their marriages. And I said to my producer, Terry Montgomery, you know what? I think probably there are more people, women and men, who are quiet quitting their marriages than there actually are divorces, because the divorce rate for women under 50 has stabilized. And part of the reason I think it's stabilized is because a lot of people have decided that it's just better to stay and emotionally disconnect. And so that's why I'm talking about it, because I hear that obviously it's been going on for many years, but what is surprising is that it's happening in a newer generation of women who are in their 40s who are saying, I've had enough, but I'm not going to go through the trouble and the financial exposure that divorces gives to me. This idea came because I read an article in The Cut about women who are quiet quitting their marriages.
All right, good morning, and welcome. Black Press USA's morning show where we bring you the headlines and trending topics. It's Wednesday, so our co-pilot is none other than the very funny Rodney Perry. Good morning.
Woo!
Good morning, good morning.
What up, Neil? How are you today?
You know, I'm pretty good. A little sad today. Today, Attorney Ben Crump will join Nolan Wells' family and Dr. Jamal Bryant for a prayer rally on what would be Nolan Wells' 19th birthday. He would be 19 years old today. And so I think it's very important that we remember him, we say his name, and know that justice or accountability has not shown any light on to him or his family.
Yeah, man, it's tough story, man. I'm so saddened by this whole thing. But I tell you what, I ain't going nowhere with no white folks.
Did you see the man frying the chicken for the white folks? You know the man that...
The man out there in the woods with that bathing in chicken. Let me tell you something. I'm looking for him. I like him.
I like him too.
I want to go out there. I think he's somewhere in South Carolina. But you know what? Just looking at all the folks standing around him while he's cooking that chicken, I was like...
Everybody was in the comments like, bro, you good? Did you not see what happened? I thought that was funny, but not funny.
Funny, but not funny. Well said.
Yeah, funny. Mm-hmm. But, yes.
You can be funny and still bomb.
You can't, yeah. They J. Anthony Brown used to say, that is the quietest ride home.
I love me some J. Anthony Brown, man.
It's the quietest ride home when you bomb on stage.
Man, it's really a lonely feeling, but you know, it happens to us all, you know, good or bad. Great comics, everybody run into everybody gets slapped in the face once or twice.
Dave Chappelle?
For sure. For sure. Dave Chappelle took some big old L's. I think Kevin Hart for sure. Like it's a repetition thing. If you do something every day for 30 years, you're gonna have some bad nights. I mean, because your energy affects everything. So anything can throw you off. So, you know, I'm a long time comedian, but hey, I had a couple nights. Now I will say this: I generally can see it coming if it's bad, and head it off.
Like a storm.
Man, it's about to rain over there. Don't go that way. Go over there. So, yeah.
All right, let's get into these videos. Oprah is talking about quietly quitting. This is a trend.
I saw this.
People fall out of love, but they say, hey, it's cheaper to keep her.
I mean, quietly quitting is, you know, there's another phenomenon called gray divorce that Oprah also broke that phrase out. And so that's when somebody's been married a long time, and male or female, and they decide at 55, 60 that they want to divorce now. And I'm kind of in that world right now. I'm newly divorced. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm newly divorced. 29 years married, and this is how stupid I am. I'm mad we didn't get 30. I'm really upset that we didn't get 30 years. And but you know what? We made an adult decision. The
She
our
was quietly quitting you. She said, "Let's no quietly
no,
quitting."
we got a divorce. We are officially divorced. But quietly quitting is a thing too. I would imagine that we probably both quietly quit way before we were divorced. Way before.
Mm.
So I believe this phenomenon exists. I think it's real, and uh, it's sometimes cheaper to stay together. You know, like we divorced, but we still live in this house together. You
Wait,
know,
you guys are divorced and still living in the same house?
we're still living in the same house. It just wasn't economically feasible, and we have a 16-year-old, and so to preserve our family, we elected to stay in this home together and continue to, not live as a couple, but to
So,
tolerate
what
each.
do you have a date? Come, do you have you guys
I
dating?
mean, but that's our conversation. As of late, it's like, how do we proceed? And so I think the rule is that I'm kind of unspoken up to this point, but the rule is that ain't no wild thing in this house. If you really find somebody you like, get a room,
Or go to their house?
get a room.
Go to their house.
Either way,
Yeah, I mean, who know? I mean, okay, that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So you guys have separate bedrooms. Everybody has a bedroom.
Well,
You
she's in the
guys,
master. She's in the master, and I made this basement into an apartment,
okay, like
and we share the common areas.
now this is like Real Housewives. Drew and her husband Ralph. Ralph was in the basement, and she had the
Let me tell you something. I've been in this house 16 years, and I'm just using this basement like now. I would
wow.
come down here and watch TV or play the PlayStation or something like that. But I live in this basement now. It's just my little spot. I cleaned up yesterday. I did some stuff. I was proud of myself.
I love it. I love it. Okay, who knew? Okay.
It's a new world. It's a new world, and you know, um, losing a spouse is definitely a time for mourning, so to speak. But great divorce is a thing, and this thing that Oprah is
Quietly,
talking about is a thing.
quiet quitting.
You quiet
I
quitting.
can see that.
I
I can
mean,
see that.
yeah.
I can. All right. The chat is loving the conversation. They're saying that part perfectly said. It's happening in all demographics. Divorce. Somebody else said, Carolyn said, wow. And
Hey,
somebody
how
else
about
said,
this,
very
Neil?
real.
How about this? I think that people should have to renew their vows every decade. Like, because you kind of change over a lifetime. You kind of are not the same. Your 25-year-old self is not your 35-year-old self or your 45-year-old self or your 55-year-old self. So over a lifetime, you gotta renew your driver's license. Why not renew your marriage license every decade?
So maybe when you guys get to 30, you said you wish you would have made it to 30. Maybe when you get to 30, something will change and you might say instead of renew,
You
let's
know,
get married again.
that's a very romantic look at it, and that may happen. I'm not opposed to marriage. I'm not opposed to any of that idealistically, but I doubt it.
Mm.
I doubt it.
All right. Well, I love the fact that you guys are friends. You guys can still coexist in the same
Nobody
house.
said we was friends.
Okay. So what happened? Do you guys when you brew a
No,
pot of
we,
coffee?
we're not beefing. We're not beefing, but that we're still new to it too. We're still figuring that part out. And I asked her that. She said, I'm not your enemy. Like I can still, I'm a great friend. I'm a great person. And so are you. I mean, you don't have these people that look like me that I impregnated you 4 times. For that alone, that should be worth something in my book.
Somebody is saying, yep, every 10 years, renew. Dr. Marilyn says, renew your contract. And then good morning, Michelle. So good morning, everybody coming into the chat. Orange G said, I told my wife she ain't going nowhere. Okay.
Hey, you know what? It's cheaper to keep her, man. It's cheaper to keep her. But
Great
again,
songs like that. See, that's what these youngsters don't. That's a powerful song. It's
what you
cheap.
talking about, young? You young too, Neil.
I'm gonna take that, and I will act like that. But the lyrics to that song, "It's cheaper to keep her." I don't know. The only Usher may be able to. Usher should remake "It's cheaper to keep her." And he
Wow.
the only one. These new ones, they don't know
They
nothing
can't
about.
do it. They can't do it.
They can't do it.
So Neil, would you be at an Usher concert eating them cherries?
If Usher gave me some cherries, yes. I have some good Usher stories too. Usher has always liked older women. Um,
His first wife was older than him.
yeah, I mean when he was 16, I used to intern for Red Zone in Atlanta, which
Okay.
was a production company for LaFace Records back
Okay. In the
in the
day. In the
in the
day.
day in the mid 90s. Usher was 16 and he was chasing the younger girls then. I mean, the older women then, he was trying to hang out. We used to take him to the Oxygen. Remember the Oxygen, the club, the Oxygen in Atlanta? It was
No, not at
back
all.
but, he's always had a thing for older women. So, to my point, yes, I would eat the cherries. I would participate. I would participate
You don't
for
look like a cherry eating girl to me, but I guess I'm
sure.
wrong. I've been wrong
For
before.
him and for Chris Brown, CB. Hey, I'm all for it.
First of all, I had this
Let's have
debate
a
with a
good
friend.
time.
I had this debate with a friend yesterday. She's 65, and she said she's her best self at 65. I said, ain't no way that you're better at 65 than you were at 35. What's your thoughts? Are you a better person, better lover, better friend at a grown woman age than you were at 22?
I agree. I mean, I can agree with that. You're more confident in who you are. You have a better understanding of who you are, and either you like yourself or you don't like yourself.
How about that?
Uh, and so, yeah, I think the older we get, the better we are at a lot of things. Although, a lot of things decline, you know,
Hey,
like,
let me tell you something. I'm my 25-year-old self is way better than this old dude right here.
in what way though?
I
I
mean,
mean,
just being
oh,
physically fit.
physically, yes. I mean, yeah, like I got to go to the eye doctor today because these glasses aren't doing it anymore. So, yes, that type of stuff. But I'm talking about like wisdom, decision making, those types of choices. They only get better with time because when
Uh,
most of the time when you know better, you do better.
well, we were having a pretty graphic discussion, and she swears that she was better physically, sexually at 65 than she
And
is or was
also,
at 35.
I agree because you know your body and you know your pleasure points.
Really?
Yeah. So when you know your pleasure points better. And it's more about it's just as much as about for a woman, it's just as much about you as it is about you, if you know what I'm saying. Because when you're
Indeed.
younger, it's really all about the boy and he's like a jackrabbit. But when you get
Whoa.
older,
Whoa. Pause.
when you get older, it's more about you knowing your body and what you like.
but it's always about knowing your body and what you like.
Now, when you're younger, no, it's not.
No?
Mm-mm. All right, but these people didn't
All
come
right.
here for
Enough.
we didn't got. Look what Oprah did. We was talking
Look,
about
Oprah good for this type of
blame
discussion.
it on Oprah. We was talking about quietly quitting. Now we all up in the bedroom. All
Early
right.
in the morning. Early in the morning.
And speaking of bedrooms, black journalists are going at it, okay? Like a married couple. And I'm talking about the NABJ and Stephen A. Smith. We saw the videos. The conversation is still going. He got the thumbs down award, and
Wow.
he has been on Fox News, of all places, News Nation, talking about him getting the thumbs down award and how he invited the current president of NABJ, Erin Haynes, and she said, "No, I won't come on your show, but we have private conversation." Oh, that pissed him off. And so he's angry because he feels like when he was asked to be a part of the conferences, and he brought his show, he was welcome, and now all of a sudden they've turned his back on him, and he's an HBCU graduate. He supports HBCUs. He's like, you can't get no blacker than me. And I get the thumbs down award.
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
So here goes, Neil. First of all, this is rage bait to me. Like, I mean, Stephen A. gonna react. He just a wild boy in terms of that. Now, as much as he drawing criticism for not being supportive of black women, he has single-handedly put a lot of black women on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Stephen A. fan. I mean, no, I'll take that back. I like Stephen A., but at the same time, I don't agree with him on every single thing. But I think he's great for journalism. I think he's great as a black journalist. And how about this? If you're doing something right in media, people are going to talk about you. That's just what it is.
Oh, so you still think he's doing something right?
I mean, yes, I think he's doing something right. Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think the NAB...
I don't have to agree with him to think that he's good for black. Like, I'm a fan of black people in the room. Be in the room. Whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, liberal, conservative, get in the room. I think that blacks in general are probably way more liberal than we are conservative. I'm saying we're more conservative, right? We're more conservative than we are liberal. That's what I'm saying.
I believe that. And to your point, you're right. He does put a lot of black people on. My cousin is one of his producers for his show. You may know her, Sherry McGee. She used to...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Get out.
And so she is one of the producers for his show. And his manager is Rashad. Remember
Rashad McDonald? I know Rashad.
He used to be Steve Harvey's manager.
Indeed.
So, I mean, he does have black people around him. So I think it's very strategic, but I also think it's strategic for the NABJ to give him that award.
Oh, for sure.
Because now they're in national headlines. They're in mainstream headlines. And people are like, well, what is the NABJ? But now they're finding out because of this award. So I think it was strategic. I think it was a great move. And it gives us Stephen A. Smith a bone to chew on.
I mean, first of all, he's so easily baited. I mean, if you say, like, he kind of like Trump in that respect. Like, he shouldn't even be worried. Like, so what? So what? You got a thumb down or what? Lean into it. Just embrace it. Like, you know what? I did do this. I did do that. And you know what? I love black women, but some of y'all be tripping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just lean into it. I believe that's the way to go. But at the same time, Stephen A. is a wild boy.
Well, Dr. Marilyn said, I just learned the history of the award. It's been around since the 80s. See, nobody even paid attention to the Thumbs Down Award until
nobody gave a damn.
So, hey, it's working for the both of them, okay?
For sure.
Orange is calling them the Django.
Oh, wow.
I mean, two things could be right at the same time. I think that...
what does that mean, Django? What does that mean?
The Django. Your comedy friend, Jamie Foxx, played the Django.
I know, but what is that? What is that? I don't get that insult. What does that mean?
Oh, well, I think he meant to really call him the Samuel L. Jackson character, not the Django.
I mean, come on, guys.
That's what he means.
I'm not a fan of anybody calling but like, this type of thing is divisive. Like, I'm not a fan of people calling people Sambo, Step and Fetch It. You know what? There
are a lot of them out there, okay?
Are there? Really? Really, Neil?
Yes.
No,
we're gonna talk about one. Let's get into it right now. Let's just talk about Florida. So, of course, there were midterm primary elections yesterday. One of the biggest stories came out of Florida, and so since we're talking about step and fetchings and cool, Byron Donalds he clinched the Republican nomination
Right.
for governor in Florida, which poses him to be the first black governor, if
Of
elected,
Florida.
of
Yeah.
Florida. But some would call him a stepping fetching and a coon and all those, those terms.
I don't know if history is going to look at it that way. When you're the first black anything, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Now, do you dislike the guy's politics? So be it. But he's still the first black blah blah blah. And that
Blah, blah, blah.
what that matters. I've been looking at the first black. Of
Blah, blah,
course, we know Jackie Robinson was the first black to integrate the Major League Baseball. But we don't never look at the second black guy. We never look at Larry Doby. We don't look at the history. This is history. A black governor of Florida is huge, regardless of the man's politics.
But I mean, he has nothing black on his agenda. His agenda is Trump, 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 Trump.
Well, he got to kiss the ring. They put him in there.
Kiss the diaper. I think he needs to kiss.
Oh,
the diaper.
Goodness gracious, not the diaper.
But we also another.
Neil is out of control this morning.
You bring it out of me. You bring it out of me.
Is it me?
I love it. But another conversation that's happened is Debbie Weiserman Schultz, who ran in an all-black district, who she beat Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke was running for Congress. He was pissed off that the white woman jumped into the race. And a lot of Democrats stayed silent on it. And then there were a lot of black people was like, the nerve of her. But she won the nomination. And so Uncle Luke is out, and it looks like she's going to represent an all-black district. And Joy Reid went on line last night.
I love her.
Yeah, and she talked about 20 years from now, how people might not even know that used to be an all-black district.
Wow. I mean, that's interesting. And again, man, first of all, when I Neil, the politics is so weird to me, man.
Democrat, Republican, it's all,
First of all, whether they're Republican or Democrat, they still all white. They all white. They all white. They all white. So we need to always proceed with an air of caution on whatever side you're on, liberal or conservative. You need to look around and make sure ain't nobody waiting to slap you in the face.
Right. And they say what happened in that race too is it was several black people running along with Luke, and that split the vote.
They canceled each other out.
Canceled each other out, which she, anticipated. And then there were pictures of her with black pastors, so she had it's just sad all the way around. But the big the highlight for me was Angie Nixon. She clinched the primary for her run for U.S. Senate. Now, I don't know if you know, Angie Nixon is a
educate me.
She's a state legislator. When we've had her on the show a few times, she first came on the show because remember when Trump and them built Alcatraz, Alligator Island, or whatever, the prison that's now closed.
Yeah,
people
understood.
Yeah. She was boots on the ground there. She's been arrested. She's facing jail time for protesting at the state capitol. She speaks truth to power. We got to get her back on, but she is now the Democratic nominee for Senate. And so we want to definitely give her a shout out.
Way to go, Angie Nixon.
Yes.
Now, is she in relation to Richard Nixon?
I don't think so.
She don't look like them Nixons. Anyway.
She don't look like Nixon.
She's a pretty girl, though. I mean,
yeah. She's tough. Okay, she's tough.
I mean, is that? Could I even say that she's pretty? Is that absurd?
No.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to be disrespectful.
You're not disrespectful at all. No, not disrespectful. All right, let's jump into this next story where last week on the Hill, Senator Josh Hawley pressed Dr. Nisha Verman, an obstetrician, gynecologist, and fellow with the Physicians for Reproductive Health during a Senate hearing on whether men can, he asked the question, can men get pregnant? And take a look at her response.
Can men get pregnant?
I mean, I didn't think they could,
I
but
hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care.
uh-oh.
So the
Here we
go
go.
ahead. Go
Here we
ahead,
go.
sir.
I hesitated.
Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get
I take care
pregnant?
of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you, you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert. And you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
What you were talking about is biological.
You're not going to answer my question, it sounds like.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that is not coming from a place of trying to be polarized and push.
Do you think that men can get pregnant?
Okay.
Wow. I mean, wow, Neil. So, okay, first of all, this lends to the conversation over the trans debate, right? And it's really interesting to me. To me, men can't get pregnant, dog. Period. You know, they can't procreate. And are they doing things to try to harvest uterus and things like that? Maybe all these black women that's disappearing in DC and Chicago. Maybe. But as it stands today, August 19th, 2026.
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you are born a man, if you and you know, I know there's other words, cisgender, I'm not questioning your gender. I'm not questioning your choice. I'm saying biologically there are certain things you just cannot do. And you know, this is an issue for me because I got 5 daughters, right? I got 5 girls, and they you know, when this really becomes a debate to me is when okay guys become women and participate in sports, boxing, wrestling, track and field, and go over there in the women world and be great. I'm like, dude, you wasn't great amongst the guys, and now all of a sudden you the best girl. Get out of here.
You know what? Let me I want to get Greer's take on this. Greer, what do you think about this whole conversation and her not being able to answer the question?
I mean, she should have listened to his question. He said it a couple of times. I think the easiest way to answer that would have said, no, biological men cannot get pregnant. That's the answer. Because he said that's the, he was trying to, they are trying to politicize this debate. But he said, can biological men, when he restated it, and that's how I would have answered it, just so we can move along. Because biological men cannot get pregnant, and that's just the bottom line.
Period.
Right.
Period.
And they will never be able to get
and
pregnant.
I mean that's one of, like, why can't we just, this is when, you know, even when we were talking yesterday, Greer, that to agree to disagree, it's like, why can't we just answer the question? Like, even if you want to be a woman, you still can't have a baby. Why do we have to?
I mean, dog, be a woman. You know, I'm at an event. I'm at an event last week.
Why are we blurring the lines when they're not blurred?
They're not blurred.
Black or white. You can have babies.
I was at an event last week, a screening for a film I did. Right, it's called What I Do for Love. It's streaming on Amazon Prime and Tubi.
And I watched it.
Oh, that's a wild movie. But anyway, so I did. So one of the characters, his plus one was a trans woman, and a gorgeous girl. I mean, she, as far physically as you look, gorgeous woman, right? But at the same time, she's about 6'5". She had don't let me cut. She had about 11 and a half foot. Her hands was, and I was like, you know what? You still a dude, dog.
Don't say that.
And that's wrong because you know, I've been in this trans debate before. You know, I did a radio show many years ago, and I was a trans woman on the show, unbeknownst to me. So when I got there, she was just being interviewed, and to look at her, she was just a woman, period. I didn't think nothing. And then the host told me, like, by the way, this person used to be a man. I'm like, dog, you was a dude? And so what I asked out of people in the trans community is have some grace with us that don't really understand it and explain it. You know, and what she told me that day, she's like, I'm sick of explaining. I was like, fine. But you got to understand that the average Joe Blow don't understand your plight. Right. You know, and so, you know, I mean, the reality is this is fairly new for all of us. And so we're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we're trying to get to some inclusion and understanding, you know. And
how about this? You don't got to get all the way fixed to say you're a woman. You don't have to lose none of your vital parts. You can just say I'm a woman. That seems unfair. Does that bother you, women? Does that bother you?
You know what? I feel like, you know, when that happens, you know, like you're being selfish. Like you have breasts, but you still have a penis. I think that's selfish. If you're going to be a woman, be a woman. Go all the way.
Go all the way.
Both is greedy and selfish.
Wow. How about that?
But it ain't my business, okay?
It ain't none of my business. I don't. You can do what you want to do, dog. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. I like my flat shoes. I ain't gonna buy them. I ain't gonna stuff these fat little foot in no high heels. You can forget that. You know, I've been on cruises.
Long before we get in trouble. Okay?
We already in trouble. This is too late.
Let's move on. So
all the trans just woke up.
You know, look, I am not trying to get canceled because I'm not even there yet. Okay.
That'd be nice. Hey, it's like MBJ, thumbs down, and the next thing you know, boom, it blow
up. Let's move to this next story. So last week you were talking about how you were in the Navy. You're a veteran.
I am a veteran.
And about we were talking about Trump, and you were talking about the military services. And right after we finished the show, news broke about this Navy ship that had soldiers trying to jump overboard because of the conditions, and that they had been at sea for over 200 days. So take a look at this video, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Navy ship has been at sea for 200 days straight, and sailors are trying to jump overboard. Here's what we know. Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal sent a letter to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and other U.S. Navy officials Wednesday expressing concern about the conditions on board the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has been deployed for more than 250 days due to the war in Iran. Around 200 family members of the 5,000 sailors and Marines on board told Navy leaders at a town hall meeting last week that their loved ones had exhibited deteriorated mental and physical health as the ship's conditions worsen after 9 months without returning to land. Reports from Stars and Stripes and the Navy Times, two prominent U.S. military news outlets, say that multiple crew members made attempts to jump overboard. Blumenthal's letter cited numerous reports of shortages of basic supplies, water contamination, plumbing issues, and disruptions in the mail system. Families at the meeting described moldy showers, broken toilets, no hot water for weeks, and meals that came down to half a cup of rice and 2 tortillas, according to California Rep. Mike Levitt. One family member reportedly stated that the ship's own doctor warned they needed to reach port soon or people are going to start losing their minds. The U.S. Navy denied the allegations in a statement to CNN, claiming that they have not observed an increase in suicidal ideations or attempts aboard the ship. Blumenthal wrote that the Defense Department owes the service members on board not only adequate supplies, maintenance, and support during this deployment, but a sustainable force generation model that does not rely on repeatedly extending sailors and ships to meet persistent operational demands. A U.S. Navy ship has been at sea for 200.
Videos have surfaced of, overflooded toilets, unlivable conditions. They said that the power was out for a few days. They showed pictures of the food trays. As a former person in the Navy, how does that make you feel that the United States government is treating soldiers this way?
I mean, it's disturbing as a member of the United States Navy. It's disturbing as a father with a daughter in the military right now. And so, I mean, my daughter was stationed on one of those aircraft carriers. I mean, you're talking about 5,000 people. Here's the reality, the fact. Those ships are not built to stay at sea. They're not built to be at sea more than 6 months, right? Wow. And so when you're out there with no supplies, that's just very problematic. Is it a recipe for somebody losing their mind? Absolutely. Absolutely. And you got to think you're responsible for the cleanliness of the ship. You're responsible for all those things. So you're not only living in what becomes squalor, but it's also a very tough situation. You know, this is one of those times that I definitely blame Trump. You know, I blame Trump for this because he can do certain things. My daughter was in the Middle East when they started bombing over there, and so she's home now. She got out of there, but she got bombed for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I got another friend of mine. His son was over there defending one of those bases. And he got bombed for weeks, you know, and so this is another casualty of this war, man. And know this, people, if you're listening, this is absolutely a war. I know we're at home in the comfort of our homes. We're podcasting. Your Instagram still works, but know this: there are soldiers and sailors in harm's way right now.
I think that's a great point to bring up because we forget about that. You know, while we're going about our day, there are people on ships that haven't seen land for over 300 days, all for our protection. So, and in a senseless war that's unnecessary. And so that's something to be mindful of as we go through our day, remembering our soldiers in foreign lands whose lives are in jeopardy, and the fact that our government is not treating them properly and giving them quality of life.
Man, I mean, to all the people out there that supported this young man, supported Trump, history is going to not be kind to him. Like when we look back 20 years now to this president. And you'll look back, he's going to be a lame duck. He's definitely failing in the White House. And I think whoever gets the job next is going to have a lot to clean up.
Right. 100%. Okay, well, let's go to South Korea, where they are moving towards a nationwide end to dog meat consumption. under a landmark law breeding, slaughtering, distributing, and selling dogs for human consumption will become illegal in February of 2027. So they can eat dogs.
Well, hold on. What kind of dog we talking? We talking about Shih Tzus? Or we talking about Rottweilers? Like
dog is dog.
Is dog? I mean, do you season it up? Is it Lowry's on it? Is it barbecue sauce? Like, what kind of what? Look at that little, but that's cute. Oh, I'm sorry, cute. That's a cute puppy. Look, man. I mean, the long and the short of it is, that's been kind of the thing since I was a kid that people of other nationalities eat what we consider pets. That's what they eat. But there's cultures that have chickens as pets. I look at us side eye. So I mean, the reality is, I mean, I don't want no dog meat. Man.
I don't want no dog meat either. And the transition is already well underway. By May of this year, 82% of the registered dog meat farms had closed, according to South Korea's Ministry of Agriculture. So
I wonder, is it a particular dog that tastes better?
Somebody in the chat, Google it and let us know.
Somebody let me know.
What type of dog are they eating in North
Korea? I mean, because a dog with heavy muscles, he'd have to be a fatty dog, I would think. That
I don't. Come on, I'm a dog owner. I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Okay.
You're right.
No.
You're right.
No. Okay. So, no, I don't want to think about it. So, Andrew Gillum, remember him? He was running for governor of Florida. He is a co-host of Native Pod, which is hosted by Angela Rye, Bakari Sellers, and him. Remember him? He got busted a few years ago, butt naked in a hotel room with another man and some drug paraphernalia. That Andrew Gillum. I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the fact. So, according to new legal documents, a judge has ordered Andrew to be released from jail to enter a Cumberland Heights treatment center in Nashville. So now Andrew is in rehab.
For what? What was he arrested for?
He got caught with meth.
Oh,
he got he in his pocket. And
it probably was more than in his pocket, but all right, that's a whole other story.
Well, no, because they tested him and then he didn't have anything in his system, right? So then it was like, oh, he's vindicated. And then he went to court and then he tested positive.
Wow. I mean, meth is this generation's crack, and it is, the difference between 20 years ago and crack is that crack was not looked at as a sickness. People that was strung out on crack it was just the war on drugs was just activated in full effect. So these meth addicts are looked at as just sick and ill. So I wonder how this young man is doing, man. And he seemed like a smart guy, from that pod, but at Florida the same time.
HBCU, Florida A&M graduate, had a bright future.
Is it over? Is it over for him?
Well, I mean, even up until Angela Rye opened up a space and gave him a platform to redeem himself, and he was doing fine. And so we just, pray for his recovery and he gets the help that he needs. I mean, he's a father. He has a set of twins. He's a husband. I mean, it's not just him that's impacted by it.
So wait, I thought is he gay or not?
I would say he's bi. Because he has a wife.
I guess.
He has a wife.
I guess. To me, bi don't exist. You either come on down.
So a woman could be bi, but a man can't be bi.
I didn't say that. I'm
asking you a question.
Okay, a woman. No. This is the fact of the matter. It's more socially acceptable for a woman to be whatever than it is for a guy.
That's yesterday. Today, everything.
Everything. What that mean? Everything.
The rainbow. Today, I mean, that was yesterday.
I'm just an old black man. I'm just telling you, if you do anything with a man that calls you get an erection, come on, dog.
But he's married and he likes men, so that makes him bisexual.
Does it? I think that makes him very sugary. He like red Kool-Aid.
All right, let's move to the next story. Fellas in the chat, we want you to jump in on this conversation. On the 154 African podcast, Van Latham laid out how he separates being a Black American man from being an American Black man. Let me say that again so it doesn't get confusing.
Goodness gracious.
Van Latham is separating being a Black American man from being an American Black man, and why the distinction runs deeper than Semitics. Take a look.
American. Right. He's an American Black man.
Okay.
So
what's the difference?
Yeah.
How are you distinguishing the difference?
So the way I distinguish the difference is this. We're all Black.
Yep. Yes.
He is American by nationality, right?
Yes.
So that makes him American Black man. I feel like where we trip each other up a lot of times is that when I say Black American, what I mean is that my ancestral home is South Louisiana.
Right on.
Like, that's my ancestral home.
Right on.
My lineage and my origin, as is the rest of the world's, is African. And I think there's a lot of humanity and a lot of understanding that's to be taken from that.
Yeah.
It's very important that Black people know that there is a lineage and a history that predates white supremacy, that predates the invention of the word Black to describe you as Black.
That's right.
You just have to know that, because if you don't know that, then white people, he is not a Black American.
Right.
He's an American Black man.
Okay.
So
what's the difference?
Yeah. So
what's your thoughts, Nia?
I'm confused. I don't know.
You know, to me, I wrote word salad. That's what I wrote on a piece of paper. Word salad. Like all these terms, man. Look, dude. Whether you're a Black American or American Black, you're still connected to Africa. You're still identified. You're still at odds with America on a lot of levels. You know, whether it's I think we did a story last week about Black Wall Street and what happened in this country and how this country is looking to sweep some of those history under the world, and how Black people in America have built this country. So how about this? Black American or American Black, let's not divide us.
All right, so let's talk about identity. How do you identify? Are you Black? Are you African American? Are you American? Or are you Negro? I mean,
I've been around long enough to live through all that. I mean, I'm 55. I'll be 56 this September. I've been around long enough to remember when we were colored. I remember when we was Black. I remember when we was Afro-Americans. Remember Afro-Americans? We was Afro.
I remember Negro. We were Negro.
We was Negroes. We was Niggers. We was those.
No, we never condoned that, but we wanted. We
absolutely leaned into that. During the hip hop era of the 90s, absolutely, we leaned into that.
Oh yeah, we did. We still do.
We still do.
Right.
And so here's the truth. As Black Americans, you're kind of everything. You kind of have to learn how to navigate the corporate America, how you navigate the road, how you have to deal with our white counterparts. You know, right. My sister's in corporate America. So we have to learn that. My daughter's in corporate America. They have to learn how the lighter hue moves and shakes. But the reality is we don't have the luxury of splintering ourselves, into all these different factions. The fact of the matter is you're Black, and you have to be proud and stand up, and sometimes you might be required to say something.
Right. So how do you guys chat? Let us know how you identify. Are you Black? Are you African American? Are you American? And I like what you said. Sometimes we're all of it, right? Some days I feel like I'm an American, period. I was born in America.
Right. I'm from Chicago, dog. I'm from the south side of Chicago. Yeah.
I'm American. Some days I'm African American. You know what I'm saying? Some
Absolutely.
days I'm just black.
And how about this? You're kind of always black. And then, but what is black? Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean for us?
It's the opposite of white.
Is it? And that's interesting. And I'm gonna tell you why, Neil. So, the idea of being black in America, like black Americans are different than other blacks around the world. Like we mad at the Europeans for booking roles in movies. We mad at Iron Man and Wakanda. We get mad at those people. But the reality is, if you wear this uniform, you're on my team. Period. If you wear this uniform, you're on my team.
Okay.
That's why I look at it. That's why I look at it.
Well, they're identifying in the chat, black man. Okay, black man. Okay, American. Why should blacks? What does that say? Why should blacks be proud of being black?
Why not? Why not? I mean, to me, it's nothing but pride. I wouldn't be anything else. And look at the numbers. Like, you know, like they say black people make up 12% of America, right? But what our white counterparts have been doing for the last 50, 100 years, they've been adding to their numbers. You know, it's people that's white now that wasn't white when we were kids. The Jews were not white. The Italians were not white. The Polish were not white. The Czechoslovakians were not white. And so now they've forsaken their ethnicity or their true who they were. The Greeks, I got a friend of mine, he's Greek. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm white. I'm like, you're not white at all. You're not white at all. But people of color around the world don't identify black. Like our West Indian brothers and sisters may or may not identify black. Our Spanish brothers and sisters may not identify black. So people of color around the world, globally, there's more blacks than any other nationality. So why not be proud?
Right. Why not be proud? Say it loud.
I'm black and I'm proud. Don't make me put the fist up.
Okay, that's it and that's all. All right, let's jump into some sports headlines. LeBron James has launched his own golf YouTube channel chronicling his journey with the sport. Now, James and his crew will play rounds of golf around some of the world's greatest golf courses, dine at local restaurants, and he's already at almost 500,000 subscribers.
Wow, that's huge. I mean, that's a testament to who LeBron James is. I mean, you think LeBron James is playing on Christmas Day, which is the most coveted day in the NBA. And the 76ers, you never saw them on Christmas Day. Guess who's not playing on Christmas Day? The Los Angeles Lakers.
Are we gonna get to them in a minute? Talk about a family drama. Somebody in the chat says, I'm out. Y'all don't engage with y'all's audience. Scroll. So they want us to engage with the chat more.
What they say, I don't see the chat, so I apologize.
You don't see the chat? You got to turn on the comments and look at the chat. They want us to engage more. We do engage. We have our all-stars. We have Orange G. He's in the chat. We have Dr. Marilyn in the chat. We know Lady Leo. We know who the chat is in the chat. You just got to stick around a little more. We'll get to you. Okay? Yeah. But we got to give you these.
Stop being all sensitive. Oh, sensitive self.
Don't be so sensitive. Probably, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, but
no, I'm not sorry. We ignored you on purpose.
Bam. Okay. Speaking of sports and the Lakers, LeBron just left LA. Probably one of the best decisions he's made, even though he left the Sun. And the Sun is probably giving him all the tea. Lil Bronny is probably giving LeBron all the tea. And the tea that I am talking about is, it looks like Jeannie Buss is contesting her siblings' vote to sell the remaining 17.8% of the Lakers, according to a letter from her lawyer obtained by ESPN. Now, as of yesterday, her siblings came out with their own press release saying that they are doing this to protect the legacy of what their father, Dr. Jerry Buss, created with the Lakers. And so Jeannie Buss now is in a fight with her family over the 17% because they want to sell it to Jared Kushner and Bob Iger. And Jeannie Buss is saying, no, we're not doing that.
Well, it's already a done deal, first of all. I mean, when they made that first deal, you can't stop the guy you sold the team to from selling their team. That's their team now. And so it's too late to preserve the legacy, I think. I think they already the Buss family has already blew it. They've made some huge errors in terms of this, and they made a lot of money for a long time. And they're just a new sheriff in town, and it's not the Buss family.
Right, and so basically, Jeannie Buss is saying that because of a 2017 clause, that they can't sell it because of the trust. Now, the family is saying once the new owner came in, and once he sold it, then that allowed them to sell their stake as well. And it's like 5 against Jeannie. Like, she's the only one that's holding out. And what I find interesting is there's a show on Netflix called Turning Point, I believe it is.
Really good show.
Yeah, it stars Kate Hudson, and it's loosely based on Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss is a consultant on the show. I believe she's an EP, and it's based on her. And in the show, she owns a basketball franchise, well, her family does, and her brothers are trying to take it from her and undermine her on every turn. And I mean, if art imitated life, I think this show is definitely imitating hers.
I think Lakers is still the greatest show on earth, man. It's still a great time, a great place to watch a game. But the reality is that they're about to go through another phase of struggle. You know, even with Luka and with Austin Reeves. I've been a Laker fan for a while, and I think it's just going to be a tough few years moving forward for them. I mean, the league is getting better and younger and faster, and they're just not getting it. They really got a little extra too white, and the Bulls lost me when they got white. You know, I mean, you need black people, I think.
You do, and I think I think a lot of people are going to be rooting for the Clippers next season or this upcoming.
Ain't nobody rooting for the Clippers, but have you seen that they moved to Inglewood? Have you seen that? Have you been down there?
I was just at the Intuit Dome. I went to the Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind, and Fire concert.
Did you?
Yes, great concert. Although they didn't sing the hits. Okay, they didn't.
What they sing?
I mean, they sung the hits, but that's the way of the world. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Devotion. I mean, like certain songs.
But you only got so much time too, Neil.
No. Let me just tell you, the arena was full of white and Asian folks. Okay. Just full of them, and so I don't think that the songs that we hear on our black radio stations were the songs that they was listening to.
Wow.
And they sung them other songs. Okay. It was still a good time. It was.
I've cruised with Tom Joyner, man. I've heard Earth, Wind, and Fire several times.
So many times.
And Lionel Richie had some mega hits. But Lionel Richie is 85.
Well, let me tell you, he talked about being on electrolytes more than he sang his songs.
Is that right?
Lionel Richie,
didn't he fall down last week or something? Didn't he fall?
And let me tell you, he stood between the bass and the guitar, man. It wasn't for, they playing and he rocking out. They was holding him up. Okay? They was holding him up. And
how about this? Father Time is undefeated, Neil. Father Time is undefeated.
First of all, his face looks immaculate. Whoever's doing the plastic surgery, brilliant. But he walked back and forth across the stage and talked about electrolytes. And how he's on electrolytes and how they're nasty, but he was on the electrolytes and he wanted us all to know. But back to the Intuit Dome. I went to the Intuit Dome, and everybody's gonna be rooting for the Clippers in LA this season.
You think?
Yeah,
I think the Clippers. I think that nobody's ever gonna root for it. Like Clippers. What Robert Harris say? I went down to the Clipper game and they asked me to play. I mean, even when the Clippers are good, they're bad. And but you know what I love? I love that all that stuff is in Inglewood. You know, they got a Raging Cajun, look like it's belonging in Las Vegas right there in Inglewood, and hotels and everything right there in Inglewood.
Oh
And
yeah, Inglewood is nice.
Man, Inglewood is the real Hollywood now. I think it's impressive.
I believe it's either the number 1 or number 2 entertainment destination in the United States. Inglewood is ran by a black man named Mayor James T. Butts, who was up for re-election. And he got a lot of drama going on in Inglewood. But like we were having this conversation last night, I said, and I ran his campaign, his last 2 campaigns.
Really?
I ran his campaign and he won both times. But he's kind of mad at me right now because my friend, we've had her on the show, her nephew was murdered by the police in Inglewood.
Wow.
And she wants accountability. And that's been my friend for 20 years. And so I'm sorry if you're offended, but I'm rocking with my friend, and her family needs accountability. You know, and for you not to give it to her, she's been at city council every Tuesday. They've been protesting every Sunday for almost 4 or 5 months because they want accountability for Byron Bostic, her nephew. And so, you know, it is what it is. But I will say this. There's nobody running against Mayor James T. Butts that I think could take what he's done with that city and manage it. And so until there's somebody who is qualified,
a viable candidate,
a viable candidate, he's your pick, like him or not, womanizer, whatever you want to call him. Who is gonna replace Mayor James T. Butts? When you find a candidate, then maybe we could talk about it. But right as of now, you know,
Butts is the man.
Butts is the man. You know, they got some names for him. They got some names.
I bet they do.
But back to Inglewood. So I've been to the Intuit Dome. You also have the Forum. We were talking about the lake. That's where the Lakers originally played.
Yeah.
Jerry Buss bought the Forum. It used to be the Great Western Forum, and that is where the Showtime era, the Lakers that we love, Bob McAdoo, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Byron Scott.
What you know about all that? What you know about that, dear?
That's when Inglewood in LA was on fire with the Showtime.
Oh, hold on. Stop right there, dear. You too young to be at the party. You wasn't at them parties back in the day, was you?
I mean, that's when the Forum Club used to rock, okay?
Let me find out, DL.
And let's be clear. The pizzazz that the NBA has started with Jerry Buss. Like
sure.
Even like the halftime shows and the Laker girls, all of that and all of that came from Jerry Buss, Jeannie Buss, and the Lakers franchise when he bought it and he owned the Great Western Forum. So a lot of what we see as far as entertainment when it comes to the NBA is because of Jerry Buss. And you know, Jeannie Buss was right up under him. Another show to watch if you really want to understand the Laker organization, watch Winning Time. Did you watch Winning Time?
I love Winning Time. Oh my God. The young guy that played Magic Johnson, outstanding performance.
Nailed it. Great show. And so it's just sad when you know that history of the Lakers and then you know the Kobe Bryant history. It's heartbreaking to see where the Lakers are now. It's heartbreaking.
You know, what goes up must come down, and that's just a fact of the matter. And every team that gets the light, eventually you got eventually run out of energy, man, over time. So somebody else got to rise now.
So we'll continue to follow it and see how the Buss siblings air this thing out and come to some type of conclusion. And we'll find out who's going to win. Is it going to be Jeannie Buss with the trust, standing on the trust? Or is it gonna be the brothers and the other kids standing with the previous owner and selling the Lakers? So we'll see what happens. But let's get to this game. I'm gonna turn it over to you so we can.
All right. Today's game. This is Rodney Perry. I'm here with the great Niel Anderson, and today we're gonna play a game called Black Card Revoked. All right. Now, that's just for everybody in the chat. You said we don't interact with the chat. This is your time, chat, your time to shine. So, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. You give me your best answer. All right. And if you get it wrong, we're going to revoke your black card. All right. Which cookout dish will get you talked about if you mess it up? Mac and cheese, potato salad, greens, or all of the above?
All of the above.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding to Niel. All of the above. Your black card is safe. Okay. All right, Niel. Before I let go.
Wait. We got to get the chat because.
Get the chat. Give me the chat.
The chat. They're not.
Mac and cheese, potato salad. Now, mac and cheese. Please don't mess up the mac and cheese.
Order potato salad.
All right, and the potato salad is a staple, and man, now what's your green of choice? Collard greens? Is it?
I'm a collard green. I'm not a kale person. I'll give me some collard greens.
Kale ain't greens.
I know, but that's what people are doing now. I don't want no kale. I want collard greens. I don't want no mustard greens. I want collard greens, and let me tell you, I want some ham hock in it. I mean,
hold on. We got to go smoke turkey now, Neil.
We could do smoked turkey, but give me some salt pork. I'll even do salt pork or some ham hock.
Wow, that's you like that swine. She like that swine.
Swine in it.
All right. Chat, jump in there and let us know what's your thoughts.
Michelle Madison said, we just repeated the question 3 times, Michelle. Keep up.
Here's the question one more time. Which cookout dish gets you talked about if you mess it up? Mac and cheese, potato salad, greens, or all of the above?
I say all of the above. I'm going to take some Kamala Harris greens. That's it. She always talking about her greens. She said you should wash your greens in the bathtub.
First of all, Kamala Harris don't look like she made no doggone green.
What she look like? She made kale. She look like she made kale.
She definitely fried on some kale.
All right. Kale.
But you know what? We do got to eat a little better, y'all. We got to eat a little better. All right, here goes the next question.
Okay.
Before I let go, comes on at a function, what happens next? Everybody sits down. Somebody starts to slide. The dance floor fills immediately. Or somebody changes the song. Which is the answer?
B and C.
Yeah, so you said somebody starts to electrify. The great Frankie Beverly, rest in peace, man. What a great guy, man. Rest in peace to the Frankie Beverly and Maze, man. The group Maze is still touring too.
I think though that it's not Jubu in there. It's a different band.
It's not?
No, it's not Jubu.
I thought it was Jubu. I thought that's what made it authentic.
No, they changed the band before he died, which is sad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But Frankie, I mean, we had some times with Frankie Beverly and Maze on the Time Joyner cruise. He was used to be a staple on the cruise.
Yeah, man. You know? I've seen Frankie. I actually toured with Frankie Beverly and Ronald Isley. I actually toured with both of those guys, man. You talk about a show. Them boys, that Jubu on that guitar, boy, he's something else.
Baby. And see that I love Jubu. Jubu used to play for the church I attended, City of Refuge. He used to play, and he's part of
that's Bishop Noel Jones, right?
Bishop Noel Jones. And he's also a member of the Soul Seekers. That's Warren Campbell, which is Eric
Campbell's husband, yeah.
Teddy Campbell, which who's divorcing Tina, the other half of Mary.
They're not divorcing. They're gone. They said they gone. They separated, right?
Yeah, they're divorcing.
They divorced. I mean, they've been divorced.
No, they're not divorced. She recently filed her paperwork.
Really?
Filed separation. Yeah, they're not divorced yet.
I thought they've been separated some years, so I could be wrong.
They've been separated, but they're not divorced.
All right, guys, you guys are tuned in. You're listening. Here goes. When Before I Let Go comes on, what happens next? Everybody sits down. Bang. Everybody starts the electric slide. You know what? The electric slide? Which electric slide though? Which version do you like?
I don't know how to do the fan one. I stop at 2 hops,
Oh,
3
two.
hops.
That's what you got off the train.
I can't go no further than that with a
All right,
line.
the dance floor fills up immediately. That's number C. And
It's being
somebody changes the song. I'm gonna say C only. The dance floor fills up immediately.
well, Lady Leo though, she went back to your first question. Let me tell you, Lady Leo, I love some smoked turkey tails. It's a lot of meat on the turkey tail, okay? And I love that and some greens. And you know what else I do? I'm sorry we went back. I cook my greens in chicken broth.
Of course,
Yeah,
absolutely.
a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah,
I
I
put my
like that
I
chicken
love
broth.
chicken
So
broth with
wait. So
turkey
wait,
tails.
Nia, what's your best dish? What do you cook better than everybody else?
Um, I do greens. I do green. I'm not a mac and cheese person, so I wouldn't say
Really?
out of this list, I would say the greens.
I love me some greens. You can't go wrong with mac and cheese for me. And like a nice cheesy mac and cheese with the nice crust on the top. Oh, that just
Where
makes
you hit it
that
with
makes
the
my day.
thing and it like, yep. Okay, yep.
All
The
right,
greens.
so we flock to the dance floor when somebody plays Before I Let Go. All right, let's do this one. Who is the auntie most likely to have? Well, who is the auntie most likely to have her?
What is the auntie most likely to
Is
have in
that
her purse?
that okay? You're right. What is the auntie most likely to have in her purse? Number one, a peppermint. Two, tissues. C, lotion. D, all of it.
All of it. D, all of it. All of it.
I said, well, you guaranteed peppermints.
Old school, not today.
You ain't how come you wait? First of all, do you got your pepper? You got peppermints in your purse? Are you an auntie?
I'm an auntie.
So do you have peppermints in your purse right now?
No, but I do have gum.
Okay,
I
so
can
you don't
try.
have. Do you have tissue in your purse right now?
That
No,
this
but I
is
No,
have hand sanitizer. I have hand
that ain't
sanitizer.
tissue.
I don't have no tissue.
Well,
I
okay.
tissue in the
Where's
car.
Greer? Where's Greer?
Greer,
We
what you
talk
saying?
I'm laughing. I'm laughing when she asking you what you got in your purse. And you,
right now. Now, I think all of us like, and especially aunties. Do you? I bet you have this. Do you have lotion in your purse right now?
Lotion. Actually, I don't.
Really?
I don't. I have hand sanitizer.
You know what, Neil? You a new auntie. You a new auntie. You ain't got none of the
Lotion
proper
in my
ingredients.
car. I have lotion in my car, right?
I
But
needed to
it's
be
no
in your
lotion.
bag, your pocketbook. Do you
I have
call your purse your pocketbook?
no, I'm not from the East Coast. My friend Nikki, who was from New York when we were in college, that's what I love about college. Everybody has different lingo. Like they say pocketbook in New York, we say purse in California. They say sneakers in New York. Chicago says gym shoes.
We say gym shoes, yeah.
In
And we go
California,
to the movie theater and we go to the show. We don't go to the movie theater in Chicago.
yeah, and see, we say tennis shoes in LA. So I mean, it's just different conversations.
And in New Orleans, they just say tennis. I got to get my tennis. I'm like, what? But have you ever had a cold drink?
Cold drink. Oh, and in Chicago, y'all say pop.
We say pop.
We say cold.
Midwest say pop. And you know what? Detroit and Cleveland say Fago. They say call everything a Fago.
What's a Fago?
Fago is a like a soda. It's like a pop. It's a pop, but a fruit
Okay.
flavor pop.
We say soda pop.
And then certain parts of the country they say Coke. Everything is a Coke, no matter what it is. It's
Who
Coke.
says cold drink? Give me a cold drink. Who says that?
Cold drink is New Orleans, Louisiana, in that area.
Uh-huh. All right. Michelle Madison says all of the above for the peppermint tissue lotion.
I bet she don't have no items in her purse. See, you new aunties ain't right. Y'all new letting us down. No peppermints, no tissue, no lotion, nothing.
It depends, and it also depends on what type of purse you're carrying. If it's a smaller purse, you can't have all of that.
All right, here we go. Moving on. Which movie?
He says cold drink. He's in Louisiana, so they say cold drink in Louisiana.
All right. Which movie has the most quotable black family lines? Friday, Coming to America, The Color Purple, or The Five Heartbeats? This is good. This is a good one, Neil.
It's a good one.
This is a good one. Now, if you got to give me a line. Give me a line from Friday. Can you give me a line? Ken Neil.
You got knocked out.
Wow, Neil!
By our good friend, rest in peace.
Tiny Lister. No, that's that's Chris Rock. I mean Chris Tucker.
No, not
Chris Tucker said the line.
No, I thought it was why am I forgetting our friend's name? He passed away. AJ Johnson. AJ Johnson.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that line, but he definitely.
Oh, he had the boo boo. He had the boo boo.
He had the boo boo. He had the boo boo.
He had the boo boo.
He had the boo.
Oh no, his line was my neck, my back, my neck and my back.
Yeah. Shouts out to the great AJ Johnson.
AJ Johnson.
All right.
Wait, let me just tell you this. AJ used to come to the J spot and bully me to put up Said. Said used to drive him around. And he would come and sit in the back.
Who is Said?
Exactly. His driver. And so he would sit in the back of the club and I'd be like, AJ, you gonna go up? Not unless you put Said up. I'm not putting Said up. He ain't funny.
Wow.
I'm not going up there. And so I used to have to put Said up in order for AJ to do time. And he used to sit in the back of the club with his Pepsi.
Wow.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, AJ Johnson, man.
Okay, but yeah, so my neck, my back, my neck and my back. And you.
All right, we're moving on. This your black card is in jeopardy, Neil. Your black card is in jeopardy. Which movie has the most black quotable lines? Give me a line from Coming to America.
Oof, 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 oof.
Oh, wow. Okay, here's my Coming to America. Where can you find a woman fit for a king? Queens.
All right, chat. Let's get to the chat. They talk about reparations in the chat. Okay, let's keep going. We got some Color Purple. Oh, Michelle, we're at the Color Purple. Michelle Madison.
We're at the Color Purple. Give me a line from the Color Purple.
She says, I may be black and she said, I may be black, I may be ugly, but God, I see And then, till you do right by
me. You do right by me. You're black. You're black. You're ugly. You're nothing at all.
And then she said, and then you told Harpo to beat me.
You sure is ugly.
Did I ever ask you for anything? Not even your sorry ass hand in marriage.
You know what? Color Purple might have the most quotable lines, man.
Most quotable lines.
Definitely.
Most.
Let's go here. And finally, the Five Heartbeats. I had opportunity to talk to Robert Townsend and ask him some questions. But shouts out to the Five Heartbeats. What a great movie, man. Robert Townsend. I actually went to a acting class with what's his name? The preacher.
Leon?
No, not Leon. Choir boy. What's his real name?
You know, I don't know any lines from the Five Heartbeats except that song. Oh, is there a heart? Is there a
heart in the house tonight? Stand up.
That's all I know.
No, it's so many great lines, man. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I stop and watch it every single time. I got nothing but love for you, baby.
You know what I watched the other day? Me and my sister, she was in town. We watched what's the one with Jennifer Hudson where she won Dreamgirls. We watched Dreamgirls. That was a great movie too.
Jennifer Hudson was Dreamgirls? Yeah, oh, Jennifer Hudson got an Oscar for Dreamgirls.
Right. She's an EGOT. It made her an EGOT.
Yeah. What about the line from the Five Heartbeats? I can't remember which name he said, but ain't nobody come to see you, JT. It come to see me.
No, that's not Five Heartbeats. That's from the Temptations movie.
That's the Temptations movie. Okay,
Oh.
that's the
Leon played in both of those though. He played both of those
that's why
characters.
I mixed that up. That's why.
Yeah. But
Well, what about my hours are?
My working hours are 9 to 5.
To 5, right?
Now, what movie is that?
That's the Five Heartbeats.
Okay.
That's what Big Red held to get young men out the window.
I don't want to lose my black card, so I'm gonna have to go back.
Your black card is safe. We already determined that Niel's black card is definitely still in full effect.
I had 3 out of 4.
You did great. You did great. You did so great.
You know.
All right.
Okay, we got one more.
Your mama says, I'm not going to tell you again. What does that really mean? You got plenty of time. She forgot what she said. This is your final warning. Ask why one more time.
C and D.
I think it's only C. This your final. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
See, I think
one more time. Ask me why one more time. Well, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at D, but C is the answer, I think.
Yeah.
Chat. Y'all decide. Oh, this is Black Press USA, the morning show. That young lady is Neil. I'm Rodney Perry. Man, good to see y'all.
All right. That was fun. But we always have to end with the Black History fact. This one is kind of deep.
Ooh, I love this.
It's deep. But as we started the show, remembering Nolan Wells, let's say a prayer today for his family, and that justice occurs. But there's also been a series of lynchings in this country, and mainstream media is not covering it enough. But I found this video, and in the year of 1917.
Wait a minute, Neil. You didn't read my message in the chat. You got to drop that link again.
Oh man, I keep the link.
Tell us about it.
Well, basically in 1917, there was a mass march in New York by the NAACP for lynching in this country. 1917, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Lynchings, marches, the NAACP, signs all around. And we find ourselves here today. I mean, so I know we're having fun and we're joking and we need that. Laughter is healing. We talk about a lot of heavy stuff during the week. So Rodney, by the time Wednesday comes, it's so much fun, so much joy. We can laugh about stuff that's serious. There's the picture. But we have to remember the state of our nation and the state of plight of Black folks in this country right now. And we're under attack. And young Black boys and girls are being lynched in the South. And we can't forget that. And we have to figure out what we're going to do about it as a people. How are we going to respond in this moment?
Wow.
And that's the question that we're leaving everybody with. How will we respond in this moment as we think about the year of 1917 and the NAACP's silent protest parade in response to the lynchings in this country?
I mean, it's so disheartening to think 100 years ago we had these problems, and now we still have these same problems 100 years later. It really makes you take a look at America and wonder where we stand. And so I think the question is not what we do, it's what people that don't look like us do. Like, they need to change.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So Rodney, before we let you go, what's happening this weekend? You got any shows? Are you moving
I'm working here in Atlanta at a place called the Laughing Skull. That'll be Friday and Saturday at the Laughing Skull here in Atlanta. And I got a play coming up. It's called Pulpit Pimpin'. Pulpit Pimpin'. And it's all about how a lot of people are disenfranchised with the church and their cries for money and things of that nature. And it's kind of taking a real honest look at that stuff. And so Pulpit Pimpin' is coming right here in Atlanta to the Ray Charles Theater. And it's so much other stuff going on, man. Follow me on Instagram, Rodney Perry Live, to catch all my dates and stuff like that.
And what about the movie? I watched the movie. Okay, it's a good
Okay.
movie.
Okay. Tell me your review because I really wanted to hear your opinion. So the name of the movie is What I Do for Love, and it really examines a crazy lady and her being kind of wild, and there's that one scene is crazy.
Now, Rodney Perry plays the attorney. I watched the movie on last Wednesday. He plays the attorney. And I want to find out. I hope they do a part 2 because I want to find out if your client gets out of prison.
Well, as of now, she got 30 years, and I was mad at losing that case because I felt like I put up a good argument, but no, as of now there is a talks of a part 2 though.
I feel like there should be a part 2 because she was extremely crazy. Can we tell her? Can we briefly tell them about the scene?
Go ahead, break it down.
Okay, so you guys got to watch this movie. Crazy. So this woman started dating. This was the second person she was dating, right? The second or third.
At the top of the movie, she's married. Her husband meets his demise, and then we see her dating another guy and doing things to make him fall in love with her.
She cooked him dinner. Okay.
She cooked him dinner.
Now back
and
in
the sauce was wow.
Back in the day, it used to be don't eat a woman's spaghetti.
Indeed.
Well, in this movie, it was don't eat a woman's barbecue sauce. Ooh. Did I do that?
And that sauce looked good too. and she was also making that sauce and burying his drawers in the backyard too.
Yeah. Baby, she was making the sauce with a tampon. I'm gonna just say that. She was making the barbecue sauce with a used tampon.
Oh, it was so bad.
It was so bad. And that nigga, I'm sorry.
Yeah, DL off the rails.
He was licking his face. Oh, what's the name of
this baby, this good.
Tell them about the movie on Prime. They gotta go watch it.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's also on Tubi now. You can watch it for free right now. Go check it out. It's called What I Do for Love, and it's on Tubi with a bullet, man. It's really and I do independent film all the time. But know this is actually a good movie, man.
It is, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, okay, but it's a good movie. She's crazy. It's a lot of twists and turns. It's not what you think it is. It's always something else. Mm-hmm. It's a really good movie, and we don't know. I think it could be a part 2. I really do.
Oh, the part 2 was crazy. Her daddy was wild. Everybody wild. And we see people get shot at the end of the movie. That does not mean they're dead.
That doesn't mean they're dead. Not at all. Not at all. And let me tell you, the spook, all I see is the spook put voodoo. I mean, call it what you want, but he stayed with her to the end, okay? Whatever she putting that, y'all gotta watch it. Go watch the movie.
That really got you on edge. That's wild.
It's gonna blow your mind, okay? All right.
What I Do for Love.
So we gave you your assignment. Hopefully you'll watch it when Rodney's back next Wednesday. We'll talk a little more about it. But in the meantime, between time, for the latest in Black news, you can head over to blackpressusa.com. And we'll be back tomorrow with Mo Kelly. And we'll get back to news, views, and opinions every day here on Black Press USA TV.
Great job, Neil.
Peace and love. You too. Fun.